Dr. Golwalkar, Dr. Golwalkar was online. We are trying to reach out to you. So, Dr. Golwalkar, can you unmute your mic and come online?
Pardon?
Dr. Golwalkar.
Yes.
Dr. Ramesh Shah. Welcome, Dr. Golwalkar, sir. And
Thank you.
welcome,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Ramesh Shah.
We have on board actually some other dignitaries also. One is Dr. Ramesh Shah, Dr. Golwalkar sir, Dr. Mahesh Hegde from Sirsi, Dr. Mahesh from microbiology microbiology department Hubli, and we have with us Dr. Praveen Patil from Latur, and we also have your friend Dr. Praveen Praful Vaidya from Bahrain. So I had just sent him the link when the talk was going on, and he has also logged in. Sir, over to you, Golwalkar sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Dear friends, it is very, very difficult to get Golwalkar sir during the time as well as in the evening. So I think he is 24/7 crusader. So welcome you, sir, on board. And a lot of people are waiting for the inputs from you as to how you started the management for COVID with methylene blue. And we all wish to know how your journey of methylene blue started, and I know how you have been successful in managing the COVID patients with methylene blue.
See, I would like to make one good news, convey good news to you. Dr. Kakadia will also agree with me. With my team is working very sincerely since a number of days, and the incidence rate in Bhavnagar has come down since last 10 to 15 days to below 20. Of the daily new cases, only 10 to 15 cases have been less than 20 we are finding. Second announcement, I would like to say that about 45 exclusive cases, normal cases I'm not including, but exclusive cases of I am preventing fibrosis, and I have started reverting fibrosis developed because of corona. COVID-19 has been, and say third thing, all the cases whichever had come to me, by giving them prophylaxis to their relatives, not a single case I have found that their relatives have developed corona. These three good things I have developed. Fourth observation I have done, that if the pulse oxygen concentration is above 90, 99 or 100, means be sure that patient is cured of corona. These four things I have noticed. But first thing, with my sincere efforts of my team, the incidence rate of corona since last 10 to 15 days has come down to below 20. Now we are targeting the patients who are found positive. We are breaking the chain. We are targeting those patients and we are trying to break the chain. So my target is to bring down the corona rate in Bhavnagar to 5. That is the good news I would like to convey.
Great, thank you very much. Each person who carries that packet to his home. Dr. Shah.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Dr. Golwalkar one question. This is regarding one patient. Can I ask Dr. Satish?
Yes, sir, please go ahead.
See, we have one patient which is around 56-year-old. He is a corporator. He has got 70% lung involved and he is admitted in ICU from 23rd of September. He's received all the antiviral drug and we have given him one. We could convince the doctor to give one IV methylene blue and then they said that we will not give more. His condition is quite critical. Can you help us how to proceed for this? Because we want to save this man.
See, we can repeat it methylene blue, but at the same time, I always advise to start immediately inhalation, nebulized form, because that takes 48 hours to work. That need 48 hours. So
because what is happening today is that we are not having any control there. And the local doctors in Mumbai are not convinced and they are not allowing us to do this.
That is the problem I have been facing. That is anybody coming hospitalized, then I have reservation, I cannot help them. If they admitted a patient is, now see one thing I just disclosed the news that with methylene blue, people think that it doesn't work, but then I have brought down the rate to below less than 20 in Bhavnagar. Population is 6.5 lakhs. And I have brought it down to this thing. Second thing, I can next time I will ask Dr. Kakadia to present a paper on reversal of fibrosis and preventing fibrosis.
Right.
So that is definitely working.
Sir, I have two patients which are having a fibrosis for last 10 years. We started from your inspiration. I started giving inhalation of nebulization of methylene blue. In 15 days, she came to the clinic without any problem, and she said that I have never felt so good after taking the methylene blue inhalation.
But I've been experiencing since 12, 13 years. That's why I'm excited. I was excited since 12 years. Now I got a company to share with my joy. I'm happy.
Sir, it is sir, one more thing which I'll tell you.
That Golwalkar sir, that lady was on oxygen support for 10 years. She could not even walk to the bathroom. And after she started taking methylene blue nebulization, based on your advice and inspiration, Dr. RC started. She actually came for cataract surgery, so he put her on methylene blue nebulization. And within 10 days, when she came for the second cataract, she came without oxygen support. So
Still,
primary interstitial fibrosis, which was 10 years old, and even in that also that lady improved so significantly, just in 10 to 12 days.
see what this is an acute interstitial edema. Here the results are 100%.
Right.
But in old, if there is a shrinkage, fibrosis, atelectasis, there I'm give reserved opinion. I don't say that 100%. See, two specifications. If the basal oxygen level is 95, if it goes down after 20 meters walking, goes down, and how much time it takes to recover back to normal. If it is less than 10 seconds, I said you will be all right. But if it is more than 30 seconds, I give reserved opinion that will try. But one thing is sure, everybody is benefited at least 30%. But
Yes.
this in corona, this is acute interstitial edema. I can assure you that 100% reversibility is possible. And I have started curing them now. And patients are coming with fibrosis and they are recovering because it is acute stage. If there is fibrosis, atelectasis, shrinkage, that means it is permanently now deranged. Then in that case, I feel that may not be able to full extent, but definitely help those fibrosis which can be recovered. They are benefited.
Dr.
Download. So meanwhile, we'll have interaction with Dr. Golwalkar, sir.
Yes, please continue with Dr. Golwalkar. I'm trying to download the image and make it on the desktop.
Sir, Dr. Golwalkar, sir, we have been encountering certain clinical scenarios where the patient's RT-PCR is negative and the rapid antigen test is also negative. But at the same time, he is...
Dr. Satish, you increase your volume. Please increase your volume.
Okay. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. We are audible, but it is very light.
My volume is full. Actually, in fact. There may be
Okay,
some
we continue.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes.
hear you.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Golwalkar, sir, we come across some certain cases where the RT-PCR swab test that is taken is negative and even antigen test is negative, but the patient saturation is sometimes dropping below 90. So how should we go about treating such patients?
See, means if the oxygen saturation alveolar capillary blockage is there, we have to add all the three methods. And I always say that I always add dexamethasone also along with that, Duolin also along with that, because there is some element of secretion, spasm, narrowing, everything is there. And if it is negative only, then nebulization and sublingual, that should take care of it. If it is going down sometimes, means it takes 48 hours to work. Then it starts, and at the same time, I always advocate teach the patient lung exercise also. Just simple whistle blowing. I give them a whistle, ask them to blow for 15 seconds in one breath. 15 seconds, it looks easy, but it is not that easy. I want to take the help of the diaphragms also. See, diaphragms are free. If they can get the help from the diaphragm, then things become easier. I have kept many whistles in my room clinic. I give them whistle. I ask them to purchase one whistle or flute and ask them to blow for 15 seconds, because at the same time, medicines, we need the help of the lung. They are in a compromised state. So we need their help also. At the same, we go on opening the bronchi. We go on clearing the secretion with the acetylcysteine and everything, and at the same time I ask the start physiotherapy also along with that, so that combined together, then I do get results. Not only medicines will help me, because I want function of the diaphragm, at the same time intercostal muscles, everything I need help, and then I do get results.
Sir, one more question is that many of the critical care physicians are comfortable using sublingual methylene blue and intravenous, and nebulization also. But they are very, very skeptical when it comes to starting IV methylene blue. I just want you to share your experiences of using IV methylene blue and the myth surrounding that. Many are trying to complain that the methylene blue given intravenously is toxic and it should not be advised because of so much of media reports, the AIMS report and the ICMR and even IMA not recommending this. So, what advice would you like to give to the critical care physicians? At least 5 or 6 critical care physicians are already on board and they want to listen from you as to how to manage in such situations.
See, IV has limited restrictions, because before giving IV, you have to take care of kidney function, liver function, then G6PD deficiency, hypersensitivity, all these things. And IV will not not help in clearing the alveolar capillary blockage to the great extent the way nebulized can do it. Nebulization I've been using since years, and in this since Corona I've started. But nebulization, the benefit I'm getting with these three combination, IV has limited use. If the viremia is there, if methemoglobinemia is there, hypoxic condition is there, then IV can be given, and then you have to got restricted. You got reservation in giving IV. Of course, in toxic condition we have to give, but then in the sublingual and nebulized form, you don't have to worry much about it, because there is hardly any side effect. Maybe mentioned number of side effects, but practically I have not seen major side effect. Minor things, okay, of course they are there, tongue coating and nasal irritation, but no major side effect. And what I have seen, that it starts working within 48 hours. 48 hours, if you get it, then patient start coming out of it. Then you can be sure that now patient will come out of it. But we need 48 hours. In the meantime, we have to sustain with the pressurized oxygen or all the ventilator, everything. But IV, you have to be very careful, because one thing, on one side, government says that it cannot be given. And if you give it and if something goes wrong, then you will be blamed. So I'm little reserved about it. And as far as mass prophylaxis is concerned, as I said, we are giving bottle to each and every home in Bhavnagar. The case rate has come down to less than 20. Today evening only I got a message that today's rate is only 18 patients have been discovered. So mass prophylaxis, this is very good. IV has very reserved indications, I will say, because in the mucosa, see, there are, have to break down the mucosal narrowing, congestion, secretion by local only. That I don't think will be much helpful. IV has own limitations, and especially in viremia, methemoglobinemia, hypoxic condition, it is definitely very good role. But then local use, we have to use nebulized form and sublingual form. Sublingual form, you take it, it is given even systemic effect also. I got some cases which are benefited by sublingual form only. In some other conditions, another good news I would like to give to the ENT surgeon, who are always scared of doing Cox lymphadenitis operation. You instill their continuous drainage is there. They are worried to operate it. But if you instill just 5 to 10 drops with every dressing, my patient got all right on 7th day.
Yes, sir. That's really, really wonderful. And what I've been seeing is this small town of Bhavnagar, it's really a blessed town. So you are able to control the corona cases to as less than 18 or 20. It's really, really wonderful. Sir, can you please share some of your, say, chest x-rays, what you have been always showing, the pre and post treatment of the lung fibrosis?
Right now, I'll have to take. I'll ask Dr. Kakade to arrange one conference because I got about 45 cases I have collected,
Yes,
exclusive.
sir.
Say, but
Yes,
can you? Okay, I'll try it. Huh?
yes, sir. If you can,
Well,
it would be nice.
actually, I'm not in my clinic. I have come to my X-ray clinic, my neighbor, and I'm attending from there. He has got
Yes,
complete X-ray pictures. I'll show you.
Please.
yes.
Just
Meanwhile, Satish, till the time Dr. Golwalkar sir speak. Okay, so only one participant can share at a time.
Yes.
Okay, Satish, can you see this?
this
This
is,
is
Yes,
the
I can,
yeah, this is.
I can see.
Can
this
you
is the
see it? Can you see this X-ray?
no, sir. Sorry. uh, okay, I will stop. Let Dr. Golwalkar show
Yeah,
it
please.
first. Yes, sir. We can see. Yes.
Yeah, this is first X-ray is post-COVID fibrosis, and within 2 months therapy, the clearance you can see. Patient is very comfortable. He had come to me from Surat with this first X-ray with 80% oxygen saturation. Second one is after within 2 months therapy, he is absolutely normal. Still, there are few fibrotic bands. I'm sure within 2 months, within 15 days, they will get cleared. This is first X-ray. This one is left side is first one X-ray with 80% saturation. He had come from Surat, and right one is I think 3-4 days back only I had taken, and he's very comfortable. He started farming also, but few fibrotic bands are there. Within 15 days they'll get cleared. This is the one sample of the X-rays I'm getting now. I have collected such 45 X-rays. So some are even bad, worse than that, but everybody is responding to my therapy. This nebulization. This is one sample I'm giving. This is post-COVID fibrosis. Yes, developed with one TB
Actually,
tubercular. I can show you. This is extensive TB
yes,
Cox. Within I had to give treatment for 8 months. He had come with bilateral Cox, left side with right side also multiple some few cavities with fibrotic with 8 months therapy. Now you can see the right side. Few fibrotic bands are there. Patient is very comfortable. He has put on weight from 32 kg to 58 kg. This way, on the first, when he had been to me, everybody said that he will not survive. I said, if he survive for 5 days, I can challenge. He will be all right. Now you can see the right side. He is totally normal. I have stopped the medicine. Everything is fine now. These are the two evidences. Otherwise, I have collected 45 exclusive X-rays. Normally, I am not collecting, but only those anybody can identify that there is a lesion. I have collected about 40. Yes.
thank you very much, sir. Dr. Golwalkar, sir, one more question to you. So I started getting couple of calls from some of my colleagues who are ophthalmologists and non-ophthalmologists. And when they turned positive, I asked them to start methylene blue nebulization, at which they told me that I am asymptomatic, I am very comfortable, and why should I need methylene blue nebulization? But still, I told them that as a baseline, you wish to have your HRCT. And to my surprise, when HRCT was done for at least 6 of them out of 10, we found that they had significant lung opacities, even though they were asymptomatic. So then that's when the HRCT made them to listen to me, and then they started the methylene blue nebulization. So what is your take on this particular matter as to when a person is turning RT-PCR positive and still not asymptomatic, I mean, there are no respiratory symptoms. So would you like to advise HRCT for every individual who has who has RT-PCR or rapid antigen test positive?
No, actually, HRCT, instead of that, the fibrosis, I had been to Bombay for thoracoscopic training. One pig I was operating, a lot of fibrosis I could see. In Amargarh Hospital, I was in Amargarh Hospital. Lot of adhesions we could see. Though you are not getting fresh air, clean air. So you are developing fibrosis. Multiple because of the pollution. You are developing fibrosis. You cannot distinguish between the fibrosis because of the corona or because of other incidences, but because of these pollutants, they are causing lot of fibrosis. Lung capacity previously we used to get 4.5 liter, 5 liters. Now it has gone down to 3.5 liters, and nobody is taking enough care to protect their lungs. This pollution itself can cause fibrosis because any inflammation can is replaced with healed with the fibrosis. So not necessary that only corona can cause fibrosis, but anything can cause. So methylene blue is going to protect it, and at the same time you have to be cautious by even if you are not suffering from any illness, but you have to take precaution to get clean air. That is very difficult to get, and that causes fibrosis. Lung capacity, see, COPD is passive smoker, they are developing fibrosis. Smoker, they definitely does it. So all these things, for you have to take care of your lungs. That is very important. But people are not worried about till they get sick. So methylene blue HRCT is not necessary, but at least lung exercise and diaphragmatic breathing and chest breathing, you must do some active exercise daily. So you come to know where you stand. One fine morning you can say that I'm breathless, but then it must have started long back. So if you 15, 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, rapid, slow jogging is more helpful. That you come to know that you are getting breathless. So you can take precautionary measures and you can develop your lung capacity. So not necessarily only corona will cause fibrosis. Any pollutants, any inhalation of any bad air can cause fibrosis. So HRCT is not required in all the patients, but you must take lung function test if it can be done. I always advise to asthmatic or anybody to have one peak flow meter that gives a respiratory narrowing. You are not breathless, but when you go against the resistance, again if you climb up staircases, there you come to know that you are not able to climb up freely. So that is the important sign. If you run for some 100 meters, then you come to know you cannot run. So all these things, basic measures, you must get involved in some sports activity. Then only you realize what is your lung capacity. And there you come to know there is some problem. Then you can, if your problem is major, then you can go ahead with the HRCT. But HRCT is not going to solve the problem. But you have to take care that more and more fresh air, clean air is more important. Using of mask not for the corona, but for avoiding the inhalation of pollution is very important, because in long term it causes fibrosis.
Yes, sir.
You
Recently, I read a press report stating that our incidence of COX or tuberculosis is going to definitely decrease because of this corona pandemic.
no corona can be, yes, one thing is sure. It is not going to decrease, but the patients are less number. I think overcrowding is because of corona, but now I started getting since 3 days. I am happy that now I am started getting TB patients, COX patient, asthmatic patients, rhinitis patient. For since last 4 or 5 months, I was getting just corona patient, no other patient. But now because the incidence in Bhavnagar has gone down, the patients have started coming with TB, asthmatic, rhinitis, other bronchitis. They have started coming because I think corona had consumed all the leukotrienes. So there was nothing left to complain for rhinitis, spasm, or anything else. But now the TB cases will not go down. It is a very dormant stage. It can sustain for in calcified focus, can break down in diabetes anytime. To control TB is a totally different issue. You have to take care in different way. You have to control in different way. It is not going to go down. Only thing, patients are not coming, but patients will not stop coming. They will come now. Now they have started coming to me. And to control TB is a totally different issue. You have to tackle in a very different way. It is a big issue, and it is not that easy. because it has one thing, you cannot prepare a vaccine for TB. There are 84 antigens. BCG is not enough to protect you. Only thing it protects you in this diffuse form of TB, like meningitis, renal TB or other TB, but miliary TB meningitis, but it is not going to give you full protection. And it can live in dormant state for years together. So to control TB is a different thing. And now diabetics, they are more prone to develop TB. So it is not going to go down. They will come up. Now they have started coming to me again. See, since 4 days when the case rate of corona has gone down, patients are coming. My today's OPD 60% was of non-corona, and they were of TB and bronchitis and asthma. So it will not, that bacilli will remain dormant, and moment it gets chances, it will come up again. It has to be tackled in a totally different way.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for all the interaction that you have provided. In spite of your busy schedule, Dr. Kanan told me that she has been continuously following up with you, because many of the time your mobile is switched off and we are worried that we are not able to get you on board. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
20 patients are waiting in my waiting room. They must be.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
So, Dr. Kakedia sir, can we take some questions from the Rotarians, from the audience? Because
Yes.
we will not be able to say interact after some more time. We are running short of time also. Can we take some questions from the audience?
Dr. Seth, can I ask a question?
Yes, sir, please.
Yeah, Dr. Golwalkar, first of all, thank you for coming on short notice. And of course, you have a lot of patience, but still you have come. Thank you so much. My question was, Methylene Blue, is this approved by the government for treatment among patients now?
No. We will have to repeat the thing again.
It has not been approved as a treatment so far by the government of India.
Okay.
But for taking it as a prophylaxis, it is the patient's choice. We don't need to have it government's approval.
Okay. Thank you so much.
If I am convinced that I am getting myself saved by Ukala or by Kada or by this or by that, it is my choice. Government would not recommend. There are reasons. Methylene Blue is something like an orphan girl who is very efficient in work, but there is no grandfather, there is no godfather to promote her. So nobody is ready to take her hand. And Methylene Blue, since it's a WHO essential medicine list, it cannot be profited, it cannot be patented. So a remdesivir injection, for example, is 6,000 rupees, 11 doses is needed. Methylene Blue, 200 rupees, single dose needed. So there's a business of 66,000 rupees versus a business of 200 rupees. So no pharma is interested in promoting this drug. And without the pharma's backing, no drug will get an approval from the government.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you so much.